This has blown up into quite a story that has actually taken on a life of its own, to the extent of the author of this story has now deleted their X account the same day that their review has dropped. They didn't go protected, they deleted it. That's how crazy this has gotten. And it seems so innocent. XboxEra. Wuchang, Fallen Feathers, understands exactly what makes Souls-like so good. Our review of this excellent Day 1 Game Pass title. And what's it say at the bottom there? Who can reply? Accounts XboxEra follows or mentions can reply. Well, that's strange. Why is that? Weird. It seems like a normal review. Wuchang Fallen Feathers review, a Souls-like that understands the assignment, from Jesse Don Cabeza Norris on X, which when I go to check that account, wouldn't you know it, they're gone now. What could possibly have happened? I'm not going to read through this whole thing, but they give it a glowing review. And they talk about how much fun they have with the game, options for the character. I mean, it goes into all the, what a typical review would have. This is amazing. Definitely something that most gamers are appreciative of, to have a character that actually looks like a woman be the woman in the game. Great stuff. And wrapping things up, I wish I could go on about the story and my experience. It's an amazing title, one of the best the genre has to offer. It is available day one on Xbox Game Pass. After beating it, all I want to do is play it again and again. So just from that, you hear all that, you're like, what's wrong with this review? We got the pros: gorgeous visuals, fantastic soundtrack, finely tuned combat, an intriguing story that earns its endings, Gooner-approved. Okay. Cons: Gooner-approved. What? I think that they're trying to be funny, but are they saying that the game lost 0.3 points because the main protagonist is attractive? This is insane to me. I get that they're probably trying to be funny, but this is like lefty humor and why it doesn't work, because like that's not funny. That's stupid. Like, this is basically like a dog whistle to your Journo Mafia friends that you're still on their side. You're still with them. It's, hey guys, I know it's a beautiful protagonist, so trust me, I'm going to put it in the review that that's a bad thing still, because I'm with you guys. This is absolutely ridiculous that this even got allowed to be put into this. And again, when I went to go search this guy, he didn't even private. He just straight up deleted his account. So you go into where we started all this. Pros and cons updated to be in regulatory compliance with the Upper Westchester, New York Society of Gooning - Jesse. Again, I think he was trying to be funny, adding it to the pros, but no, bro, this ain't it. And I don't know if they cut off the second con. See, there's only one con there in that screenshot, or if they added this afterwards. But initially, it was just one con, according to the screenshot, that said Gooner-approved. It says, what the F is this? Who wrote this? Who's this delusional sack of shit? I was wrong. The reviewer is a cuck, says Mary Vinton. I mean, if it walks like a duck, that's all they allowed, by the way. Before they hid, they must have hid a bunch of replies. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Look at all these replies. These are all hidden replies. I was like, where are all the replies? Guys, imagine this is a full-time job that these guys. I've never seen a post with more hidden replies in my life. This is like hundreds of replies. Oh my God, these are all hidden. These are all hidden replies. Oh my God. Pirate Nation on X, the absolute state of gaming journalism. PC Gamer Wuchang review, 49. They criticize running around in underwear and the character design to be eye candy by Tyler cope. Wuchang seems to be doing fine, so fine that her body remains perfectly doll-like to dress up. The game is so unserious about this that the best armor for resisting a lethal status affliction had me running around in my underwear. Is that a problem? It's hard to feel the gravity of the situation as I wade through the pools of blood and listen to the cries of people who lost their friends and family to a horrifying disease when I'm playing a character designed to be eye candy. So you are not, in these people's eyes, you are not allowed to be a beautiful woman because there are attractive girls in this world. And in their eyes, because they're attractive, they are bad because that apparently is all an attractive girl has to offer the world. Think about that mindset with these people. And it got followed up by Niche Gamer, who quote tweeted it, who said, "We normally don't comment on this type of thing, but you can put Wuchang in full a robe like this and get 28 less resistance, 216 versus 244. PC Gamer is disingenuous as F here. Second pick is our best despair resistance set we have found at the moment." So now Niche Gamer is throwing shade at PC Gamer for the outfits and how they protect. And they followed up saying, "This isn't to say there isn't some risque gear, but to act like you have to have her running around half naked for any optimal reason is a ridiculous comment. The most revealing builds we encountered were Blight Despair, and there's little reason to build for either if careful. TLDR, this shit is completely optional." I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I look at this shit, it makes me want to buy said game and play said game. Why? Because there's a hot chick in underwear kicking the shit out of people. When did that become a bad thing? Why is it a bad thing? Why can't they ever explain that? They just call people gooners for it instead of explaining why it's a bad thing. Please, I'd love to have that conversation of why it's bad to have an attractive girl as the main protagonist. I would destroy that argument in a second. That's why they never want to actually talk about that kind of stuff, because they know they don't have a leg to stand on. So yeah, Wuchang in itself is doing pretty well on launch. Not as well as I thought it would be doing, but looking at SteamDB, it's got over 114,000. Let me refresh because it was a few minutes ago. Okay. The peak was 114,132, and it looks like it's dropping as the night goes on. Right now, it is 11:15 p.m. Pacific time. So it is later on. But I also thought, because this was a game that was mostly marketed to a Chinese audience, I do foresee this doing something similar to Black Myth Wukong, where there is going to be a big jump, probably in 2 to 3 hours, if it follows that path of Black Myth Wukong, and probably getting somewhere between 125 to 175,000 concurrent on the first 24 hours, potentially. But if not now, definitely this weekend. But still, far less than I expected currently. I was thinking it might get like 150, 175 already at this point. So it's not there yet, but it still can be. It hasn't hit the China bump yet, but we will see. There is a lot of backlash from people in the Steam community right now for the reviews of this game, saying that they're having a lot of issues running the game. This is saying they want to give it a good chance, mostly negative rating, and check some concerns. At this moment, they're correct. The game has massive performance issues. I tried just playing because sometimes gameplay can more than make up for the lacking in other areas. Unfortunately, not able to see much of the combat. I did fight open and tutorial boss, a couple enemies at one point during boss fight. I was enjoying it, having fun. I was unable to experience more due to the overshadowing performance issues. So this one, they actually gave a very lengthy review. System requirements off is off. Another unstable Unreal Engine 5 title. Why are we not optimizing these games properly and promoting the use of frame gen and or upscaling? The system requirements are definitely off. If you have something on the lower end of system requirements, the game is unplayable. It's definitely a heavy game, which is upsetting. So basically, what I'm understanding with what's happening right now is if you have something under a 4060, it's probably not going to run great. You probably should not play the game and you should probably upgrade your graphics card. But I was watching Hypnotic play this a little bit tonight when he loaded it up and launched it, and it looked amazing. He wasn't having any issues, any problems, anything like that. That's the other thing, by the way, you need to remember. There is a NVIDIA graphics driver update specifically for this game. And I do wonder if all of these people that are having the issues with it, if they did update the driver or if they just downloaded the game and started playing it without updating the driver. So who knows? But this is an awful lot of people that are giving it negative reviews, mostly negative currently, with 20% out of about 1,800 user reviews are positive, meaning 80% are negative on launch, which is shocking. Absolutely shocking. But at the same time, if you have a good computer, it should run perfectly fine. If you have a questionable graphics card, you might have issues with it. That's my experience so far with Wuchang. But I guess time will tell on if they're going to fix that. But I'll leave that there.